Previously, we talked about Euler circuits. We now have a different type of circuit to consider. A Hamilton circuit in a graph is, first of all, it must fit the criteria of being a circuit that we learned about previously, so it must be a circuit. And in addition to being a circuit, it needs to visit each vertex of the graph exactly once. It does need to return back to the starting vertex to complete the circuit. Now, as we go through these lessons, I recommend you do keep the different circuits straight, either an Euler circuit or a Hamilton circuit, and this might just be a quick way to remember which is which. For an Euler circuit, we have a circuit that visits every edge exactly one time. So remember Euler, edge. A Hamilton circuit is a circuit that visits every vertex exactly one time. So Euler circuits visit every edge exactly one time. Hamilton circuits visit every vertex. In this example, we are asked which of the following are Hamilton circuits for the graph given below. Now, if we're looking at a Hamilton circuit, we know that is a circuit that visits every vertex exactly one time. So as we progress through whatever direction we're told, we would eventually need to visit every single vertex on this graph. Since it's a Hamilton circuit and not an Euler circuit, though, we do not necessarily have to visit every edge of the graph. Let's look at our first example. As you're working through this on your paper, I recommend you might pause the video now and copy down this graph exactly on your paper so that you can draw along with us and see and reason through, not just looking at the screen. So I would find my starting point A here, and then where does it say to go? It says go along the edge to B. We've now visited vertex B, and then we go to vertex E along the only edge connecting B and E in this case. We've now visited vertex E, continue to vertex D. We visited vertex D, continue to vertex C, continue to vertex F along its edge that connects C and F, and then go back to vertex A. So first, let's check the definition. Is this a circuit? What we've shown here. It is a circuit because it begins and ends at the same vertex, and it goes through allowable edges of the graph, never using any edge of the graph more than one time. So we meet the definition of circuit, and then let's see, what else do we have to meet to become a Hamilton circuit? We must visit every vertex exactly one time. Looking at our progression, we see that not only are we visiting every vertex, but we're doing so exactly one time until we get back to our starting vertex. So it does visit every vertex exactly one time. So because of this, we would say, yes, this is a Hamilton circuit. Now for the same graph that I've just rewritten here, we're asked to consider if these are also Hamilton circuits, and if not, describe why. So continuing as before, we see that we're starting for the second one at A, and then it tells us go to B, then to C, then to D, okay, then to E, then to F, okay. Then it asks us to go back to C, then to E, then to B, back to F, and then to A. So let's think to ourselves, is this a Hamilton circuit? I recommend you pause the video at this moment and think about your answer based on the definition of Hamilton circuit, and then unpause to check your work. So to the question, is this a Hamilton circuit? We would have to say no. And the reason being is that at this point of the sequence, we had gone through A, B, C, D, E, F, And instead of going back to A, we then started repeating vertices. So notice C has been repeated, E has been repeated, B has been repeated, F has been repeated. So many of the vertices of the graph have actually been visited twice. A Hamilton circuit is a circuit that visits every vertex of the graph exactly one time. So our reason for why this is not a Hamilton circuit is just that it visits vertex C, E, B, and F more than one time. We know that this is not an example of a Hamilton circuit, but is this an example of an Euler circuit? Recommend you pause the video, retrace through the sequence if needed, and think if that fits the criteria of being an Euler circuit. Retracing the sequence, we know that Euler circuits, the focus is that it's a circuit that visits every edge exactly one time in the graph. So we'll trace that out and see if it meets the criteria. Okay, so as we mentally retrace that, we see that it did visit every edge of this graph exactly one time, and it is a circuit because it comes back and it ends at the same place and goes around allowable edges without visiting them more than one time. So the answer to this would be yes, this is an example of an Euler circuit. So from this graph and this sequence that we see here, this is an example that a sequence here could be describing an Euler circuit, but not a Hamilton circuit. Now let's look at our next example. In this example, we start at B, then we'll go to C, then to D, and then to E, then to F, and back to B. This is a circuit because it goes along allowable edges only one time, and it does go back to the starting point. But it's not an Hamilton circuit because as we trace this out, we saw that we never visited the vertex A. So this would be not a Hamilton circuit because vertex A is not included. So we know that this does not represent a Hamilton circuit, and it also does not represent an Euler circuit because we can clearly see that these edges are not even included in the path. So it's also not an Euler circuit. There is a statement that any complete graph that has 3 or more vertices would have a Hamilton circuit. Now, to understand when this applies, we do need to remember the definition of a complete graph. A complete graph is a graph in which there is exactly one edge going from each vertex to every other vertex of the graph. And if we have to have 3 or more vertices, we might first look at the complete graph on 3 vertices. Every vertice has to have an edge between every other vertice. This is the complete graph on 3 vertices. It did say 3 or more, so if we draw a complete graph on 4 vertices, this is the complete graph on 3 vertices. So it has a Hamilton circuit, as does the graph on 3 vertices, and as with the complete graph on 5 vertices. If we wanted to list a Hamilton circuit for this graph, and we had our vertices labeled, we could say that if you go to A, then to B, then to C, then to D, and then to A, this is a Hamilton circuit because we have 4 vertices. Through this sequence of vertices, we visit every vertex exactly one time, and then we get back to our starting point. A second question, if we are looking at the complete graph on 4 vertices pictured here, we might ask ourselves, does this graph have an Euler circuit? So not necessarily this sequence, but does it have a possibility to have an Euler circuit at all? Remember, we had a criteria for that based on the degrees of the vertices. I'd recommend that you pause the video, think of that criteria, and see if it applies to this graph. And the answer is no, because in this graph, every vertex is degree 3. And we know if there is any odd degree vertice, then there cannot be an Euler circuit. So while this graph does have a Hamilton circuit, it is guaranteed to not have an Euler circuit based on the degree count of the vertices. So in our next example, we are asked to draw a graph that would have both an Euler circuit and a Hamilton circuit. And then we're asked to write down what that circuit would be. So this is rather an open-ended question. And whenever we're dealing with open-ended questions that have to meet certain criteria, I recommend that you think first, how would this be possible? What is the criteria we know about Euler circuits? Do we know a criteria about Hamilton circuits when they can exist? And is there a place, since it's and, where both of these can be met? So I recommend that you pause the video and think of the criteria individually, and then think of a graph that could meet both those criterias at the same time, and go as simple as possible and realize I'm going to draw a graph, but there are so many graphs that would meet this, so if you draw something different, you might just send me a picture through Canvas and I can verify if it would also have both a Hamilton and an Euler circuit. The criteria that comes to mind for an Euler circuit is that all vertices of the graph must have even degree, and the criteria for a Hamilton circuit. While there are other graphs that also have Hamilton circuits, we know one classification of graphs that are guaranteed to have Hamilton circuits are the complete graphs. So if we can think of a complete graph that has all even degree, then we're guaranteed to have both an Euler circuit and a Hamilton circuit. And with that, I do need to specify it was the complete graph with 3 or more vertices. So let's look at the complete graph on 3 vertices and consider, are all of those vertices of even degree? So this is the complete graph on 3 vertices. Not only that, each vertex has degree 2 because there's 2 edges coming from each vertex. So this meets the criteria for an Euler circuit and a Hamilton circuit. And if we want to, we can label these A, B, C. And if we want to start at, for instance, C, we could say start at C and then go to, let's go to B. And then from there we could go to A. And from there we could go to back to C. And in this example, we have something that is a Hamilton circuit because it's a circuit that visits every vertex. And it's also at the same time an Euler circuit because it's a circuit that goes through every edge exactly one time. So this is an example of a Hamilton and an Euler circuit. Now we did already find an answer to that question, but we could find another graph as well to consider. Now in this case, we could find the Hamilton circuit. We just have to visit every vertex. So I'm going to trace that out. We could go from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and then from E back to A. Next, if we were asked to find an Euler circuit for this graph, before we just start looking, let's verify that it meets the criteria. Every vertex must be of even degree. Vertex A is degree 4 because there's 4 edges coming from it. Same for vertex B, same for vertex C, same for vertex D, same for vertex E. So since all of the vertices have even degree, then we are guaranteed that we would have an Euler circuit. And we know our focus here is it's going to be a circuit that visits every edge exactly one time. So let's trace this out one possible. If we wanted to, we could start at C. So C would go to B. B would then go to D. D would go back to C. C would go to E. E would go to D. D would go to A, A would go to E. E would then go to B. B would go to A. And then A would finally go back to C, our starting point. And through this, we have gone through every edge exactly once, so this is going to be an Euler circuit. So for this graph, we have found a sequence through the vertices where we have a Hamilton circuit, and then we found a separate sequence for this graph where it's also an Euler circuit. Now for this example, we're asked to identify if it has an Euler circuit, and then let's add on identify separately if it has a Hamilton circuit. Thinking first about the Euler circuit, we know the quickest way to determine if there is one possible is just to count the degrees of every vertex. If they're even, one is possible. If even one vertex has odd degree, it's not possible. So why don't you take a moment and pause the video, count the degree of each vertex, see if they're all even, unpause when you're ready. So for this graph, an Euler circuit is not possible because there are vertices that are odd degreed, and in fact every vertex of this graph has an odd degree of 3. So there is no Euler circuit possible. However, let's consider if there's a Hamilton circuit, and let's label the graph like so. Now with a Hamilton circuit, we only need to make sure that every vertex is visited exactly one time. In this, let's start at vertex D, and suppose if we went from D all the way to B, from B to F, from F to C, then from C to E, from E to A, and from A back to D. And this is a Hamilton circuit because it's a circuit of the graph that visits every vertex exactly one time. So we now covered the basics of identifying an Euler circuit in a previous video, and now in this video, Hamilton circuits. So remember, to keep them apart, it might be helpful for you to remember that Euler circuits have to deal with edges, and Hamilton circuits have to deal with vertices.